Computer simulation strengthens the case for the presence of a second sun in our solar system. In other words, our system is also binary. Over 30% of the systems astronomers believe are binary, in fact. So this is their computer simulation showing them this. Astronomer from Quebec, Gilles Couture, conducted a study using computer simulation. Because of this, he was able to prove that early in our solar system, stars, there was a duet of suns, our star that is, but one of them left our galaxy and flew into the space provided, leaving the sun in its isolation. And according to the study conducted by the astronomer, the weight of the mysterious star was 2 or 3 times less than that of our sun, and the speed of its movement ranged from 25 to 100 kilometers a second. The astronomer did not say when the second sun was in the solar system, although in all probability it could be a fairly short time, he said. Apparently, it is the presence of the second, the stars in our galaxy were the cause of the unusual elongated shape of the orbits of some planets are in the Kuiper belt beyond Neptune, which contains a huge number of blocks of ice. To affect the orbits of the planets could have some kind of rogue planet, those whose mass should be 16 times our Earth. Previously, it was thought that the gravitational pull of the orbits of trans-Neptunian objects could be due to the existence of Planet X, or the 9th planet, Nibiru, Nemesis, whatever we call it, Wormwood. This explanation explained the location of other planets and celestial bodies, and in addition, the researchers identified 5 factors proving the existence of the 9th account of the planet. So what people call could be the Planet X or Planet 9 could in fact be the binary sun, or something 16 times the size of our Earth. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. So they believe that something is tugging and elongating the orbits of the planets far outside, and it could be 16 times as big as Earth. Previously, it was thought the gravitational pull, the orbits of trans-Neptunian objects could be due to the existence of the 9th planet, and explaining the location of other planets and celestial bodies, and also researchers identified 5 factors proving the existence of the 9th planet. So it is usual to all mankind the concept of the existence of one single star in the solar system undergoing change, although scientists assume that the boundary of the Oort cloud, there is another star to watch at least at every 32 million years. Of course, given such a considerable period of time, it's not surprising that it's still tracking and no one has found it. So 32 million years, obviously. Now, by the way, that's a huge time span. So, by the way, our system is unique compared to others because they are basically 2 stars, a binary system, and we have only one with such a wealth of planets with their own orbits. As a potentially second star, scientists periodically assumes a brown or red dwarf nemesis, although 30 years ago they were more confident that the screen's flows, mass ejections that have befallen our planet and other global events were to blame for Nemesis or Nibiru or Planet X or Planet 9. That is, as already mentioned, once in 32 million years, but even then find it almost impossible as the Northern Hemisphere has more than 3,000 potential candidates. Now, the Nemesis scientists have also attributed the extinction of the dinosaurs, which could happen because of the asteroid or comet disturbed by Nemesis in the Oort cloud. So Nemesis could have caused the comet to have hit us at that point 66 million years ago, when the dinosaur became extinct, and I guess over 90% from my memory fails me, it was a huge mass extinction event, flora and fauna. So it could, this nemesis, this star, this huge object, 16 times the size of our Earth, could have caused a comet to be dislodged and being flung to impact our Earth at that time. In 1984, astronomer Richard Muller first suggested that the companion star, our binary star, provides the rotation around the Sun in such a huge time period, assembled a team of colleagues to search for the mysterious nemesis. They studied the stars belonging to the correct spectral type, and it has been studied more than 3,000 fields. It's almost all red dwarfs of the northern hemisphere. Thus, the number of potential candidates was greatly reduced, even with a limited number of days when it's easy to observe these stars. Now, theoretically, the two-star system cannot be limited to known events with 6 stars, but astronomers did some calculations. They concluded that the solar system will appear again in the second star, and it will happen approximately in 1.3 million years. A potential candidate for the title of the second star in the solar system is assigned to the star Gliese 710, which through the above-mentioned period will be removed from our lights in the 16,000 astronomical units. Besides, at this point, scientists predict asteroid-comet collapses, which will start at the time of joining an orange dwarf, which is Gliese 710, in the gravitational area of the solar system. The orbits of the planets will change, as in our galaxy, and also the Oort cloud. Can you imagine? That's in about 1.3 million years, and we'll see an increase in comets, they said. A close collision of stars, in principle, the event is inevitable, they said. This is a million years, millions of years in advance, of course, as our solar system moves into the constellation, as well as other stars who have their own way. Fortunately, given the cosmic ways of measuring the quote-unquote close collision, scientists call the situation that occurs when the distance between the objects is many trillions of miles away, although the cause of the cloud of comets potentially more than 300,000 stars. It should be noted that frequent mentions of the fact that the stars go out, especially love, he says, to use them in various prophecies, but this does not mean that the stars literally will cease to glow, because such a huge cosmic body with a giant mass accumulate an incredible amount of energy that's used in fusion processes and emitted over millions or billions of years. This radiation occurs not only when the heavenly body is existing, but for a long time after the extinction of the celestial body. But then it ceases to exist and disappears into nowhere. It's either transformed into a white dwarf or is reborn into a supernova through a supernova explosion. The more absurd seems the statement that all the stars can go out at the same time. Another thing is that the inhabitants of the Earth, immersed in the cares and problems just once at least, from time to raise your head, admiring the star, the brilliant lights in the sky above us. This is from Magic TR, Stop RU on Bended Reality. We are on Wikipedia concerning Gliese 710, Encounter with the Sun. This is our Oort cloud, as we can see, and the Kuiper Belt. Pluto, orbit of Kuiper Belt object, 1998, WW31, Kuiper Belt, right here. Oort cloud, comprising of many billions of comets, as we can see. So this is the Gliese 710 encounter with our sun in millions of years. This is what they were saying here, 1.3 million years when it said, remember? Okay. This is what the parameters said in 1999. And then back in March of 2010, about 10 years after that, they said the encounter will be 1.46 million years away. In May of 2018, they shortened that time span to 1.28 million years. And December 2020 to 1.29 million years. Now let's go to our, this is on Wikipedia. I'll leave a link below. You can read more of this. The constellation Serpens, projected to pass near our sun in a time frame well within the parameters of current models. The predicted minimum distance will be about 1.21 million years. Let's go to the, what about the size? Okay, distance, parallax, mass, radius, luminosity. Let's go to the list of nearest stars and brown dwarfs, because we had isn't that something? Look at this 3D map of them. Peripheromenon. Peripheromenon means, peripheromenon is a Greek, it must be Greek, because peripheromenon means someone that just goes around, slacking around and just roaming around aimlessly. So, okay, Sirius, 61 Cygri, look at this, Gliese 687, Groom Bride, wow, various Gliese things, Epsilon and Eridani, okay, Epsilon Indi. These are the 3D map of the nearest stars centered on our on the sun. 3D red-green glasses recommended to view. Okay, that's fantastic for him doing this. That's great work. So the list covers all known stars and brown dwarfs within 16.3 light years of our solar system. So far, 76 such objects have been found, of which only 9 are bright enough to be visible to invisible light to reach or exceed the dimmest, brightest. All right, fine. 76 objects are bound in 54 stellar systems. The closest is Alpha Centauri, there with Proxima Centauri, the closest system, a star at 4.24 light years from our Earth. Very interesting. These are the closest. Okay. Stellar class, Proxima Centauri, Alpha Centauri. And you can see that the astronomers are very busy examining all this. So please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.